Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today we'll discuss something about albinism and vitiligo, their differences, their cause and also their treatment and about the diagnostic part. So let's begin. Albinism is a non-contagious congenital condition. Congenital means from birth. There is decrease in melanin production. Melanin is a hormone which gives color to your skin. This happens because there is mutation of recessive genes which leads to dysfunction in one or more enzymes, or there might be a mutations of protein responsible for transport of melanin. The proteins are tyrosine and melanosomes. So they are manifested on skin, hairs and eyes. So let's see the symptoms. The symptoms of hairs are there is decrease in production of melanin which leads to Poliosis, which is white hairs on head, eyebrows and eyelashes and other hairy areas. Iris color also changes, so it is very light blue in color. There might be a vision problem, which might be blurred vision, photophobia, that is sensitiveness towards light, and nystagmus. On skin, you will appear milky white skin, wrinkles, moles, and increased risk of skin cancer. Moving on to the diagnostic part, which is mostly on clinical observations, skin biopsy can also be done to confirm the presence of melanin pigment. Also, genetic testing can be done. Treatment, there is no cure as such. Skin can be protected from sunlight by wearing full sleeves, applying sunscreen, and avoiding direct sun contact. Eyes condition can be treated. Second part, which is vitiligo, which is also known as leukoderma. Vitiligo is a non-contagious skin condition in which there is destruction of skin melanocytes. Melanocytes are the cells in which melanin pigment is stored, which gives color to the skin. But because of the destruction of these cells, there is patches of discoloration or depigmentation on skin. There are two types, non-segmental and segmental. Non-segmental is mostly due to autoimmune, that is, our own body cells destroys the melanocytes. So in this process, both humoral and T cells are involved. Segmental, in which there is chemical release, chemical mediators released from the peripheral nerve endings that causes decrease in production of melanin. There is something which is known as Koebner phenomenon, in which vitiligo develops after there has been a trauma on skin. So this is segmental and this is non-segmental, which is also known as vulgaris. Clinical features are small depigmented lesions which may enlarge and coalesce into a large patches. So they are most commonly found around body orifices like eyes, nostrils, mouth, nipples. So the clinical features of non-segmental are they are more common than segmental ones. They can occur in any age groups. The lesions are usually symmetrical, that is mirrored on both the sides of the body. They are associated with autoimmune disorders like alopecia, diabetes, pernicious anemia, Addison's disease, Hashimoto's thyroiditis. So as you can see, they are symmetrical and present on both the sides of the body. Segmental, so they are common in children. There is unilateral involvement. It is present along the single spinal nerve on one side of the body without crossing the midline. So they are unilateral in. Moving on to the diagnosis. So diagnosis is basically based on appearance. You can also perform skin biopsy from the area where there are depigmented patches. For treatment, for small patches, cosmetic cover-ups and topical immune suppressant can be applied. Large patches, systemic immune suppressant, UV phototherapy, skin bleaching or skin grafts can be carried out. Application of sunscreen to reduce the risk of skin cancer. Thank you. Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And also you can suggest me the topic in the comment section below.